Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to your ass. Look, it's June 1st. We are almost halfway through the year. This is the 6th month of 2026. If you aren't where you want to be in your life, it's time to turn this shit up. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 key things for you to start doing that's going to help you get a different result and start building momentum in your life to the life that you said you wanted. I didn't say that. Your friends, your relatives didn't say you wanted all of the things that you said you wanted. You did. So at some point, you gotta be accountable and make sure that you're doing your part in order to get what it is that you said that you wanted. So we're gonna get right into it. And if this video leaves value, don't forget to make sure that you like, subscribe if you haven't. And if this brings value and you know somebody that needs this help too, pass it forward and share this information to somebody else that can benefit as well. So we're gonna get right into it. The first thing is you have got to stop worrying and focusing on the results. Just take the actions. So many people, what happens is you don't even start because you're worrying about, well, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work? Or I don't know how to do it. Hell, fam, you got to just try. Anybody that's created anything in life, whether it's a business, a better body, learned a new skill, went for a relationship, went for a girl, or wanted to do something, whatever the thing is, anybody that started out in the beginning did not know how to do it. They didn't know what they were doing. They had to take action, and from them actually taking action, they learned something. And eventually, with continuing to do that, they figure it out. So you have got to stop letting the fact that, you know what, you may not get the results you want when you start, or you may not have all the answers, everything figured out, keeping you from starting. Secondly, you got to stop worrying about results and what happens. And I'm just telling you because this is a mistake that I made a long time before I started seeing success in a lot of different areas of my life. Just because you start and you don't see results right away, that doesn't mean for you to stop, because so many of you all that may start something, or you have an idea, an aspiration, a goal, you start working towards it and you don't see results, or you don't see the outcomes and the results you want, or you don't see something working and you quit. You gotta let go of that, because a lot of times you're not gonna see results in the beginning. Most of the people that have the lifestyle and the success and the different things that they want out of their life, they were able to push past that period early on when they started, when they didn't see results or they weren't getting the outcomes. So if you start something, you fuck up and you fail, or it doesn't work, try again. If you can get to that point where it's like, you know what, fuck the results, I'm just gonna focus on the actions that will produce the results I want, the things I need to do, and then being able to sit down and look at, okay, what went wrong? What did I do wrong that I can go back and tweak and try something different to see if I get a different result? It's the process. Fuck the results. It's the process. I'm gonna say that again. Fuck the results. It's the process. You deal with the process and the results will take care of itself. So I'm saying that because I see so many people that they may be hesitant to start, and they call that failure to launch. You have the hesitant to start, and you'll never accomplish something if you're not willing to take the first step and start. Or like I said a second ago, you start and so many people, they don't see the results after a week, a few weeks, or whatever the case is, and then they quit like, man, that wasn't God's plan, or I wasn't supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Fuck out of here. That's bullshit. The thing is, most people don't succeed. Over 90% of people don't succeed just because they haven't put in enough time. A lot of times it just comes down to the time that you're willing to invest and put in. My platform is nowhere near where I want it to be. I'm just now seeing a little bit of success. on this platform. And I've been doing this for 2 years. There were points where I literally got like no views, maybe like 3, 4 views, nothing. And we know there's billions of people on YouTube, literally. And it's like, damn, there were literally demoralizing points where I put in hours worth of time, whether it's editing content, recording content, getting thumbnails together, doing things, coming up with ideas, and, working on my delivery, making sure that I have the message that I'm trying to share, being able to deliver it in a way where I know somebody can grab it and have it. All of this work and time that I went in and put in, and to have no views. And I'm not talking about once. There were points where I had weeks where I had videos that just did nothing. And when I say nothing, I am not exaggerating. I mean nothing. And I had to get to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. Just because I haven't seen results yet doesn't mean that I won't see results. Just because I haven't won yet doesn't mean that I won't win. So it's all about your mindset and how you look at this thing. And I'm telling you, because we got 7 months left in this year. You got June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 7 months. This time, next month, July 1st, we will literally be at the halfway point of 2026. And it's a lot of y'all started off the year excited. You had all these aspirations, all of these goals, man, this is going to be my year, and all of this and things. And some of y'all, certain things, you haven't even started. Some of you started things and you gave up on. I need you to get back in the ring, get back in the fight, because y'all saying that this is your year. This year, for one, is not over if you have dealt with roadblocks. And it'll only be your year if you make it your year, because your life is just going to be a reflection of what you do, what you say, what you think, and what you believe in your heart. Point blank, period. Your life is going to come down to those things. So if those things right now don't match what it is you actually want, then you need to sit down and change them, because all of those things you can change. You can change what you believe. You get to choose that. You can change what you think. You control your thoughts. You can change what you do. You literally control your actions. If nobody has a gun in your head, which they don't, all of these things you have control over. Change them, and then your life, your 2026 will change. So understand, get started, and just take those first steps. Don't worry about the results. The results will take care of itself. The outcomes will take care of itself as you continue to take action. And then the next thing I want y'all to understand, it's all about your perspective and your mindset. Look, those small steps, I kind of gave you a little bit of it earlier, telling you to get started. The second part is understanding that success is just accumulation and a buildup of momentum. Somebody telling you, which I'm telling you, take a small step and do that every day or most days. That little small step that you think, man, that shit ain't nothing, that's not doing anything. It may not be anything day one, but after 30 days of doing that little small step every day, after 60 days of doing that little small step every day, after 100 days of doing that little small step every day, oh, now it ain't so small anymore. Once that little small step over time has built into something. You look at 6 months, half a year, if you start something today and you consistently do that from June 1st, 2026 to January 1st, 2027, ask yourself, what would your life really look like? Some of you all, I'm going to eat a clean meal. I'm going to incorporate where every day I eat some form of fruit and vegetables with one of my meals. And I'm going to exercise 60 days. You don't think you're going to end up being in better shape? You look at your physique now versus January 1st, 2027, 7 months from now, you don't think that you're going to have a better physique? You don't think that you're gonna have more energy? You don't think you're gonna have a healthier body? Of course you are, because though that little thing, which it may not be little to some people, but you get what I'm saying, that something builds up over time. So many guys, you don't have the dating life you want. So a lot of y'all don't actually go and talk to girls. If you actually go and shoot your shot with the girl every day or most days from June 1st, 2026 today, and you do that consistently from now to January 1st, 2027, you don't think within that point, eventually you're going to get better with communicating with girls? You don't think within that time span, you're going to eventually come across a beautiful girl that actually, something about you, she actually likes, or you say the right thing to the right girl and now you got a date, you got a rotation, or you got a girl that ends up becoming a girlfriend? Like, it's accumulation. It's quite simple. If you're learning a new skill or working on a business or whatever the thing is, if you take time every day or building a platform, that falls in the same category. You don't think if you spend time and you water it every day, you work on it every day, you post something to your platform every day, you spend time working on that skill that you're trying to develop, whatever it is, if you do that every day from now to January 1st, you don't think that you're going to have growth? It's inevitable because it's accumulation. So I say all of that to say, just take the actions, start like I told y'all early in the video, and just understand, have the mindset, you know what, this isn't even for today. I'm looking at down the road. I'm just going to take the action because you know what, come meet me in 30 days. Come meet me in 60 days. Come meet me in 90 days. Come meet me in 180 days. And watch and see what my life looks like. That's how you got to look at it. It's a marathon. This shit is a marathon, fam. And I'm telling you, anybody that has created success in their life, it doesn't matter what avenue they took, what background, what field, this is the mindset that they had to have, because success is a long game. I understand we live in a microwave society now where you got Amazon Prime, you got Uber Eats, all of these other things, and there ain't no Amazon Prime for success. There ain't no Uber Eats for success. That shit, you have to go through the process of longevity and putting in the effort and the time and sustaining that over an extensive period of time in order for it to grow. It's just like a plant. So I need y'all to understand that. The third thing I want you to do, get accountability partners. You have to have accountability, period. If you can't be accountable for the things that you need to do in order for you to have the results you want, the money, the lifestyle, the relationship status, the dating life, the physique, whatever it is you want, if you can't be accountable for the actions you need to take in order for that to happen, it ain't gonna happen. So what I had to do, and I still do this to this day, I have accountability partners. I have a group. We meet twice a week. You know, they know my goals. They know what I'm working on. And we update. We get on a call and we update, okay, this is what we did. And if there's things that we didn't do or we slacking or whatever the case, we have each other. It's like, bro, you fucking up. Like, what's going on? Like, why didn't this happen? And it's not with that energy. Now, sometimes it is. But my whole point is we have people to hold me accountable for my goals. When I'm not doing something, I'll give you a prime example. With my business, when it comes down to client outreach, there's certain metrics and things that I have to do as far as outreach on Instagram. I so happen to not have done it the way I need to over the last 2 weeks. And one of my partners was like, bro, if you don't start these conversations with people that actually need your help, believe it or not, how are you going to help the people? How are you going to have a business, grow a business? And how are you going to make money? Because you don't make those connections with people that need the services that you provide. They got on me, and that's what it takes. And now you think after that, it was the same thing? No, since then, I've been on it because it's like I have people in my corner. When I don't check myself and hold myself accountable, they're holding me accountable like to my goals. It was the same thing with fitness. When I first started my fitness, I got somebody as an accountability partner. It wasn't as difficult for me to start going to the gym. My problem was dieting and eating the things that I need to eat. So when I go in the store and I want to get my cheesecake or blueberry muffins or, the strawberry cheese danishes and all these, I love pastries and sweets. I could care less about cookies and all of them other shit that y'all like, but I love pastries, berry, flavored, lemon flavored pastries and things along those lines. Homemade pound cakes. I'm here from the South. We do that shit up down here. But that was the hard thing for me. And I got to a point where I had accountability partners where it's like, bro, if I need to go to week and not do this, and I can give myself a cheat day or a cheat meal at the end of the week. But if I fuck up and I go and I get these things knowing I'm not supposed to be eating these things, if I'm gonna accomplish my fitness goals, I got the Cash App, and it's like, okay, accountability. When I do it, if I fuck up, I'm gonna send $20. That's another thing. Some of y'all may need to start putting money on the line for your goals, because there is nothing that's holding you accountable where you got these goals, you say that you want it, and you just do it whenever you want to. And if you don't do it, there's no consequences. You gotta treat your goals like how you treat your job. There's things on your job that you gotta do. If you don't do, you're getting written up, or you may get sent home, or you may lose your job. You gotta treat your goals the same way. When you don't do what you need to do, there needs to be something that's going to put your feet to the fire to make you change what you're doing to get a different result. So when you get off this video, call or send a text to 2 to 3 close people that you can share your goals to and be like, look, this is what I'm trying to do by X, Y, and Z. I need you. You can check in every day. You can check in once every few days, once a week, whatever it is. And it should be more than once a week, preferably daily, where it doesn't take anything but a few minutes to send a text, shoot a text. Look, this is what I did. You can send screenshots or whatever it is you're doing, whatever evidence you need to send to show, look, I locked in on what it is I said I was supposed to do and that I needed to do for my goals. I promise you, if you do that, you will see different results in your life. You gotta lock in, fam. That accountability is everything. And then the last thing is to trust the process. Man, so many of you all, you worry, and one of my mentors taught me something that I carry with me, to my grave, and I'm sharing with you all. You can either be in a state of thriving or surviving, but you cannot do both. A lot of you all, you wonder why you can't create a better life for yourself, and you living out of survival. You worrying about your bills, you worrying about what people think about you, you worrying about the results, like I talked to y'all about early in the video. All of these other things that you really don't have control over. Control the things that you can control and just trust the process. It's quite simple. And what it looks like when you trust the process, you don't have to try and tight grip or force a strong arm everything, because come hell or high water, I'm gonna get what it is I need. When you can do that, you're gonna be in a more relaxed and a more peaceful state. And that's actually the space that you need to be in to be able to be creative, to come up with the ideas, to be able to execute on the things you need to do. All of these things that will naturally produce the results that you want in your life. So you gotta trust the process and just do your part. That's it. So, like I said, these are the 4 things that will change your life. Just start with this month. For the month of June, and if you need help, you don't have accountability, you don't have anybody in your space, good. Well, that's not good, but you know what I mean. I created a community and a program specifically for people working on their self-improvement to have a better life. I have that information in the description. Click that link, send me a message over on Instagram, or you can email me. We can talk about it. If it's a good fit, I'll see you on the inside so that we can help you turn up your life, because that's what you need. Just start from June 1st to July 1st. Lock in, fam. I promise you, if you just do that for yourself, you look at your life next month, if you can just do 30 days, 31 days, and you will see a difference, fam. But you gotta put the work in. So, like I said, and if you really need even more help and you want somebody to work with you one-on-one, I do offer one-on-one coaching services as well. The same thing, you can send me a message over on Instagram or email me. Like I said before, if it's a good fit, it'll be great. We're gonna help turn your life up. And if not, then, I wish you all the best. And I tell you all the time, fam, where you go and what you do in your life, that's 100% all on you, fam. Nobody can do it but you. Your life is just a reflection of who you are, what you do, what you say, how you feel, and what you believe in your heart. So you line those things up with what it is you said you want, and your life will change. But that's all on you. So if this brought value, again, don't forget to like, comment what resonated with you, subscribe if you haven't, and share this to somebody else that needs this information too. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, peace and love.